Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Gopi Jana Balaba Girivaradari. Gopi Jana Balaba Girivaradari. Yashoda Nandana Brajajana Ranjana. Yashoda Nandana Brajajana Ranjana. Jamuna Tira Vanachari. Jamuna Tira Vanachari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jayom Vishnupad Paramahamsa Paragraj Kacharya Ashtotara Satashishimad, His Divine Grace A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki, Anantakoti Vaishnava Brindiki, Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita ki, Jai Nitai Go Premanandi. All glory is the assembled devotees. All glory is the assembled devotees. All glory is the assembled devotees. All glory is to Shri Guru and Sri Gauranga. Shrimati Radha Rani ki. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda. Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Brinda. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda. Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Brinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So reading from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita by Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami. Adi Lila, Chapter 4, The Confidential Reasons for the Lord's Appearance. Text number 56. Radha Krishna Eka Atma Dui Dehadari. Anyonye velase rasa aswadanakari. Radha Krishna eka atma dui dehadari. Anyonye velase rasa aswadanakari. Radha Krishna eka atma dui dehadari. Anyonye vilase rasa aswadanakari. Mataji's. Okay. Mataji's. Radha Krishna, Radha and Krishna. Eka, one. Atma, self. Dui, two. Deha, bodies. Dari, assuming. Anyonye, one another. Bilase, they enjoy. Rasa, the mellows of love. Aswadana kari, tasting. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Radha and Krishna are one and the same, but they've assumed two bodies. Thus they enjoy each other, tasting the mellows of love. Translation responsively. Radha and Krishna are one and the same, but they have assumed two bodies. Thus they enjoy each other, tasting the mellows of love. Purport. The two transcendentalists, Radha and Krishna, are a puzzle to materialists. The above description of Radha and Krishna from the diary of Srila Swarup Damodar Goswami is a condensed explanation. But one needs great spiritual insight to understand the mystery of these two personalities. One is enjoying in two. Sri Krishna is the potent factor, and Srimati Radharani is the internal potency. According to Vedanta philosophy, there is no difference between the potent and the potency. They are identical. We cannot differentiate between one and the other any more than we can separate fire from heat. Everything in the Absolute is inconceivable in relative existence. Therefore, in relative cognizance, it is very difficult to assimilate the truth of the oneness between the potent and the potency. The philosophy of inconceivable oneness and difference, propounded by Lord Chaitanya, is the only source of understanding for such intricacies of transcendence. In fact, Radharani is the internal potency of Sri Krishna, and she eternally intensifies the pleasure of Sri Krishna. Impersonalists cannot understand this without the help of a Maha-Bhagavat devotee. The very name Radha suggests that Srimati Radharani is eternally the topmost mistress of the comforts of Sri Krishna. As such, she is the medium transmitting the living entity's service to Sri Krishna. Devotees in Vrindavan therefore seek the mercy of Srimati Radharani in order to be recognized as loving servitors of Sri Krishna. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu personally approaches the fallen conditioned souls of the Iron Age to deliver the highest principle of transcendental relationships with the Lord. The activities of Lord Chaitanya are primarily in the role of the pleasure-giving portion of his internal potency. The absolute personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, is the omnipotent form of transcendental existence, knowledge and bliss in full. His internal potency is exhibited first as Sat or existence, or in other words, as the portion that expands the existence function of the Lord. When the same potency displays full knowledge, it is called Chit or Samvit, which expands the transcendental forms of the Lord. Finally, when the same potency plays as a pleasure-giving medium, it is known as Hladini, or the transcendental blissful potency. Thus the Lord manifests his internal potency in three transcendental divisions. Omagyan timidandasya gyananjana shalakaya chakshun militam jena tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Sri Chaitanya manobishtam stapitam yena bhutale swayam rupa kadamayam dadati swapadantikam vansha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindubhya evacha petitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadha Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Srimati Radha Rani ki, Shri Radhastami Maha Mahotsava ki. So this is a very difficult class to give, because no one in the universe is qualified to speak on Srimati Radharani. And I'm not qualified to speak on Srimati Radharani, but, sometimes we get asked to do service, so we pray to the Lord, we pray to our parampara, we pray to our gurus that we can say something. But actually there's no one qualified to speak on Radharani, because she is the topmost devotee of Krishna. And Srimati Radharani is so qualified. Jiva Goswami says, if there was only Srimati Radharani existing and no one else, Krishna would be fully satisfied. So that is Radharani's position and potency. Krishna doesn't even need another person to be satisfied. So then we might ask, I've asked this question, why do we exist? Why are we here? If Radharani is enough to satisfy Krishna, why do we exist? I asked this question to Gopi Puranadana Prabhu one time. He helped finish the Bhagavatam after Prabhupada left. So I asked him this question. I said, why do I exist? Because I was thinking very deeply, why does Krishna need me? Has anyone ever thought that question? Hands up if you thought that question. Okay, 5 or 6 people. So I've thought that question, why? And then Gopi Puranadana Prabhu said, because Krishna creates you, although we've always been eternally there, but Krishna creates you, and there's something in you that only you can give to Krishna. He can't get it from anyone else. That's why we exist. So in one sense, why we exist is because Srimati Radharani desired that we exist, because she wants to share Krishna with everyone. So because she desired, because she is enough to satisfy Krishna, but because she desired, then Astasakis appeared. And then Rupa Goswami says there are 800,000 Nitya Siddha gopis who appear. And then we are Tatashta Shakti, we are not Nitya Siddha. We are not part of the Antaranga Shakti or the internal potency. We are Tatashta Shakti, but then we all manifested. So just like today, you'll have a feast, but you have to wait, but you'll have a feast later, after Radha and Krishna have enjoyed it. You'll have a feast, and then it's natural, when you taste something very nice, what do you want to do? You want to distribute it. Hey, Prabhu, come here, taste this. This is nectar. This gulab jamun is amazing, taste this. Don't have too much because I want some, but you have, right? But you want to share it naturally, right? So Radharani, we all exist because Srimati Radharani wants to share Krishna with everyone. And she gives all of us service. Gopi Bhatu Pada Kamalyo Dasa Dasa Anodasa. Who are we? Dasa Dasa Anodasa. Which means we are the servant of the servant of the servant of Krishna, the master of the gopis. But sometimes we think we are the most important person in the temple. Do you ever think like that? Hands up if you think like that. Okay, good. Some are honest. None of the Matajis put their hands up. So either you're very, very advanced or you're delusional. One of the two. So, but we should feel like that. We are the servant of the servant of the servant of Krishna, who is the master of the gopis. So we are just Radharani's servant. And Prabhupada gives a very nice quote. I'll read this quote from Prabhupada. This famous quote from Prabhupada. He says, Radharani is always absorbed in thought of Krishna. What instruction do we all have? Always remember Krishna, never forget him. So who always remembers Krishna? Radharani. And pure devotees like Prabhupada, any pure devotee always remembers Krishna. But Radharani always remembers Krishna. She cannot think of anything but Krishna. And Krishna cannot think of anything but Srimati Radharani. Very good. So anyone who comes before Radharani to serve Krishna, she becomes so pleased. Oh, here is a devotee of Krishna. She immediately recommends Krishna. Here is a devotee. He is better than me. Can you imagine? Radharani, that's her mood. This devotee, all of you, they are better than me. Right? We don't think like that. Or hopefully we do, but sometimes we might think, oh, I'm the best devotee in the temple. Right? But that's not very good if we think like that. Right? She says, he is better than me. This is Radharani. I may be not devotee. I may be most fallen rascal. But if I reach Krishna, if I try to reach Krishna through Radharani, then my business is successful. Therefore, we should worship Radharani first. Prabhupada says, you worship Radha. That's why if you go to Vrindavan, what does everyone say? Radhe, Radhe. Radhe, Radhe. Radhe, Radhe. Everyone says Radhe. And then one sadhu went all the way around Vrindavan and he wrote Sri Radha all over Vrindavan. You see, everywhere it is there. Because you have to attain Krishna. And every day we chant thousands of times every day, and we say Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, right? Radha Krishna. My Guru Maharaj, when he initiated me just here, right in this spot, and he said to me the day that he initiated me, he said, always remember, when you chant Hare Krishna, Radha and Krishna are dancing on your tongue. Right? He said that the day he initiated me. Right? Always remember, Radha and Krishna are dancing on your tongue. So when we chant Hare Krishna, we're saying Radha Krishna. Because Prabhupada says you have to approach Radharani first, then Krishna. That is the mood. That is our business. Instead of offering directly one flower to Krishna, you just put it in the hands of Radharani. My mother, Radharani, Jaganmata, if you kindly take this flower and offer it to Krishna, oh, Radharani says, oh, you have brought a flower? Krishna said, Patram, Pushpam, Phalam, Toyam, Yome Bhaktya Prayachtahati. Don't try to offer directly to Krishna, just offer through Radharani. It will be very much appreciated by Radharani. Srimati Radharani ki. So Prabhupada's teaching us, right? If we come today, today is the best of all days. Just like one devotee was telling me before, they got initiated on Radhastami 17 years ago here in Melbourne Mahaprabhu Mandir. And they came to me just before the class and they said, the day that we got initiated, after we got initiated, when we came to you, I said, you are so fortunate. This is the most auspicious day. Right? I don't remember saying that, but I probably did say that. Because, why? Because today is the most auspicious day. What is more auspicious than Radhastami? Gaurapurnima. Okay, we'll say they're equal. We'll say they're equal. It's true. Janmashtami, right? All the festivals are the same. You know, but in our hearts, what is more auspicious than worshipping Radharani today? So today, if we just meditate like that, if I just offer a flower to Radharani, Krishna will accept it. Right? One flower to Radharani, Krishna will accept. And when we go to Parkville today, we'll drive across the Balti Bridge, don't go through the city. But you've all seen the messages. Just go around, that's all. So when we get there today, all of us will have a chance to offer flower to Radharani. And what should we think? Gopi Bhatu Padakamalayo Dasa Dasa Anodasa. I am the servant of the servant of the servant of Srimati Radharani. Because Prabhupada explains that the spiritual master is the representative of Balaram or Lord Nityananda. Right? So we see the guru like that. He is the representative of Balaram or Nityananda Prabhu. And if we even see it more further, we can say the spiritual master is the assistant of Srimati Radharani. So that's how we meditate. When we offer the flower, I am the servant of the servant of the servant. I offer it to Radharani. Now, as my Guru Maharaj said, that when we chant the Hare Krishna mantra, Radha and Krishna are dancing on our tongue. Do you ever see Radha Krishna? Do you ever see them? You see them? Yeah. We're fortunate because the Radha and Krishna appear within the Archamurti, within the deity form, because we can't see the original form. Why can't we see the original form? Because our eyes are covered with lust, calm. What is the definition of lust, which is given in Chaitanya Charitamrita? Atmendriya, Priti, Atma Indriya. Right? That is the definition of calm or lust. Atma Indriya, I want to enjoy my senses. That is lust. As long as we have that desire, we cannot see Krishna. Premanjanach Charita Bhakti Vilochanena. You need prema to see Radha and Krishna. That's why we can't see them. We can see we're very fortunate because they appear as the deity, so we can see them. But in the original form, we can't see them. Why? Because there's lust in our consciousness. We want to enjoy things for ourselves. Right? What's the definition of prema? Krishnendriya Priti. Right? Krishna Indriya. Are Krishna's senses satisfied? Right? We want to satisfy the senses of Krishna. Right? Just like when we do deity worship, what should be our mentality? It should be Atmavan Seva. What does Atmavan Seva mean? Atmavan Seva. Atmavan means whatever I'm feeling, the deity is feeling. Right? I'm cold. Are you cold? I'm not cold right now, but you know, this morning was very cold. So Krishna must be cold. So put a chadar on him. You don't wear a chadar if Krishna's not wearing one. Or just like in Vrindavan, Prabhupada once said, everything in Vrindavan is already prasadam. Right? Everything is already prasadam. So Harisori Prabhu said then, Prabhupada, why did we offer to Krishna Balaram? Why did we offer the bhog? And Prabhupada said, because Krishna is hungry. Right? That's why we offer. So if I'm hungry, that means Krishna is hungry. And what happens sometimes, we cook nice offering for ourselves and we just offer Krishna some cashews and sultanas. Have you seen that? Hopefully you don't do that, but sometimes I've seen. Devotees offer Krishna sultana and cashew, and Krishna said, thank you. And then you go and eat Raj Bhog Thali. That's not very good. So we should be thinking Krishna. If I'm hungry, it means Krishna is hungry. Right? Mother Yashoda is thinking like that. You remember when Krishna was holding Giriraj? How long? 7 days, 7 nights, right? How was he holding Giriraj? Where? The pinky, little finger of the left hand, which is the weakest part of the body. And you see that sometimes the men, the brahmanas, they have like these long fingernail on the little finger. Krishna has that. Giriraj was resting on the fingernail, right? Just like this. Krishna's on 7 days, 7 nights. And in between the thumb and the forefinger, he had Padma, lotus. He's twirling the lotus. And he's just holding 7 days, 7 nights. All the devotees are looking, right? His friend said, swap arms. Swap, you must be tired. Krishna, it's okay. No problem. He said, actually, Mother Yashoda said, Giriraj must be so heavy, right? Krishna said, he's not heavy at all. He said, look, I can move him. And he started moving. Everyone went, He said, he's light as cotton. So he lifted up again. You know. So then Mother Yashoda, what was she thinking for 7 days, 7 nights? He must be hungry. So she was cooking kheer, sweet rice, and then she was feeding him in the mouth. Krishna's taking sweet rice. And he said to her, he said, Balaram, try this. You know, this is really far out. All his friends, they're eating. And then at one point, the gopis, because the gopis, in one sense, Govardhan Lila is the most intimate Lila because 7 days, 7 nights, Radha and Krishna were together. Because during the day, they can't always be together. Sometimes they are, but not all the time. But 7 days, 7 nights together, right? So they were in ecstasy because they could see each other. And then Krishna was holding Giriraj, and the gopis thought, let's bring Radharani closer so she can be a little bit close to him. So she started coming closer. Krishna's holding Giriraj, but he started going. And the whole hill started going like this. All right, everyone, oh, scared, so they said, hey, take her away. So they moved her back. Because she controls Krishna. She controls him. That's one of her 25 qualities. Have you read the 25 qualities of Radharani? She has 25 qualities. The last quality is she keeps Krishna under her control. Just like in the morning, she comes every morning to cook for Krishna. Right? So when she comes to cook for Krishna, as she comes, Krishna is milking the cows at Nandagram. So she comes from Varshana or Javat, right? She lives 6 months a year in Javat, 6 months in Varshana, 3 months, 3 months, 3 months, 3 months. She lives like that. So she comes, right? And then as she's walking, Krishna sees her coming, so Krishna's milking, and Krishna gets down on his, how to explain it? Like crouches down, and he puts a bucket made of gold with jewels on it. He puts the bucket between his knees. You know what I mean? Like this. You're from India, so you know. So Krishna's milking like this, and then he sees Radharani's coming, and then he pretends like, okay, she's not coming. So he gets up, goes to the next cow, gets underneath. But the problem is it's a bull. So there's no udder. So he's going, you see, Radharani's coming, his mind is so bewildered. Madan, Mohan, Mohini, right? Milking. Radharani goes past, she goes, oh, very nice. How much milk are you getting today? And Krishna's like, oh, completely. You know how she got that name, Madan Mohan Mohini? If you go to Vrindavan, you know the Parakram Marg? You know when we go down around from Krishna Balaram Mandir, and you go past Krishna Balaram, and you go down, you hit the corner, and then where the Jamuna used to flow, do you know where I'm saying? That corner. So as you go down just a little bit, and then you look up, there's a Nimbaka ashram, lots of big trees, and they haven't built yet, like that's still a little bit foresty. If you look in there, that's the place where this pastime happened, where Radharani became Madan Mohan Mohini. Because Krishna is Madan. Madan means Cupid. So Cupid, he got the arrow, and he thought, I want to become famous for conquering the greatest brahmachari in the universe. Who is the greatest brahmachari in the universe? Gopa Vrindesh. Oh, he's not here. Okay. Okay, so then Narad Muni. So she went to Narad Muni. Madan, Cupid went to Narad Muni. Narad Muni said, what are you doing? He said, I shoot you with my arrow, I make you lusty, and then I become famous. I conquered Narada. Narada said, I'm not difficult, right? Not difficult to conquer me, right? Go to someone who is more difficult, then you'll become more famous. He said, Madan said, who's more difficult than you? Krishna. Where's he? Vrindavan. Okay. So goes to Vrindavan. And then, how will I know which one is Krishna? Said, you will hear the flute. So he goes, that place, you know, I told you that place where the little bit of forest is. So Narada's going. Not Narada. Madan is going. Madan's going. Here's the flute. Oh, where is this person? Then sees, comes behind the tree, sees Shyamasundar. Right, playing. And then Shyamasundar so beautiful, Madan goes, right? Faints on the ground. So then Krishna becomes Madan Mohan. So then, later, another time, another pastime, Radharani comes, and Srimati Radharani, Krishna is always boasting a little bit. Krishna says, I am the best wrestler. Right? I am the best wrestler. Every morning, after they milk the cows at Nandagram, when they're walking back up the hill to Krishna to have breakfast, they walk up, they have wrestling match every morning. Krishna jumps in with Sri Dharma. Who is Sri Dharma? Radharani's older brother. So they're like two bulls, and says they go, and they they pick each other up and throw each other and like that, wrestle. And then afterwards they walk back up the hill, and Krishna says, I won. And Sri Dharma said, no, I won. Like that, every morning like this. So Krishna was saying to Radharani, I am the best wrestler. And then Radharani said, you're not the best wrestler. And Krishna said, well, who can defeat me? Radharani said, I can defeat you. Krishna said, okay, tomorrow we meet here, wrestling match. Radharani said, okay, no problem. So Krishna comes, dresses the wrestler, gets himself ready, dresses. Then all the gopis come. They make a wrestling arena, and all the gopis come, and they surround. They're waiting. They're going, Radhi, 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 like that. And then Krishna says, where is she? She must be scared. She didn't turn up today. He said, just wait, she's coming, she's coming. So she dresses up as a wrestler. So she dresses up like with the dhoti, you know, they tie the dhoti up like with the wrestler, and she puts her hair in a top knot, ties it up, and then she covers her face with the veil, and just the slit of her eyes are there. So she comes in just like this. And she walks in very slowly, and then she walks in, and when she sees Krishna, she just looks in the corner of her eye, looks at him, and Krishna goes, falls on the ground, unconscious. Radharani puts her foot on his chest. Madan Mohan Mohini, Srimati Radharani ki. So she is the one who controls Krishna. So we pray on this day that we want to become her devotee. Because if you please her, you will easily attain Krishna. If you don't have her blessings, you will never attain Krishna. So she has 25 qualities. Do you want me to read the 25 qualities? You do? Okay. This class, we need about 6 hours. Have you got 6 hours? There's so much to say, and there's not time to say it, but, we have to stop at some time. But number one, she is sweetness personified. Right? She is so sweet. What makes someone sweet? If they're beautiful on the outside, that's very nice. Like someone's very beautiful, that's very nice. That's nice. But if they're beautiful on the inside, then that person becomes irresistible. Inside and outside, same. So Radharani is like that. Right? She's sweetness personified. Right? The most sweet person. And what is the sweetest person? Who's the sweetest person you know? They're always doing something for another person. That's Radharani, always doing something for another. Doesn't think of herself. We think of ourselves too much. But she doesn't think like that. Number two, she is a fresh young girl. How old is Radharani? Yeah, about 15. Or technically, if you look, it's around about 14, technically. But we'll say 14, 15. Prabhupada says like that. Krishna's around 16, Radharani's around 15. Around that age. Never gets old. Because what are you like when you're 16? You're an adult, but you're not an adult. Right? So you're kind of aware of the world, and sex desire has come. Now you're attracted to the boys, right? Or you're attracted to the girls. Remember when you're 15, 16, or 13, 14, around that age? Suddenly you start seeing the world differently. Right? So they are eternally that age, Radha and Krishna. Attracted to each other, but still young. And you see what the boys and the girls are like when they're 15? They're always giggling. It's like... it's like... They're like that, eternally, 15, 16. Always, they're young, they're not adults, but they know something like that. So that's the age that Radha and Krishna always. So she's always fresh young girl. Her eyes are always moving. What are her eyes are described to be like? Huh? What color are they? Dark blue. Why? Krishna is dark blue. Dark blue, because all she sees is Krishna. When she closes her eyes, what does she see? When she opens, what does she see? She only sees Krishna. If Krishna is there, she sees Krishna. If Krishna is not there and she opens, she sees Krishna. Right? Even it says when Krishna is walking to meet her, he sees the whole forest in Vrindavan is golden. Right? So that's how Radha and Krishna see. They only see each other. So it says her eyes are like the eyes of a deer, a doe, like a young deer. The deers, they're always like, always restless, always looking here and there. It says her vision is divided into 4 parts. One part she's always looking for Krishna. One part she's always looking for her friends. One part she's always looking for her competitors, Chandravali and the other camp. And one part she's always looking for her elders, Jatila. Are they coming? Oh, maybe they're coming. They know that I've been with Krishna. Like that. She's always looking. Where are my friends? Where are the competitors? Where's Krishna? So always moving like this. So it says her eyes are always moving. She is always brightly smiling. She smiles very... When Radharani smiles, everyone... it lifts... do you know some friends like that? You've got some friends like that? They just smile all the time. They just make everyone happy. Like Radharani is like the topmost person like that. When she smiles, everyone That's why it says she's Vrindavan Eshwari. Vrindavan just moves around Radharani. Mother Yashoda, she insists every morning Radharani will come to Nandagram to cook for Krishna. Because she got the benediction from Durvasa that whatever she cooks is Amrita. So whoever eats it, they will live long life. So Mother Yashoda insists every morning she must come and cook for Krishna. So she's always brightly smiling. And Mother Yashoda, she always thinks in her mind, she has to marry Krishna. She has to marry him. Right? It is only her. She's the only one who can marry him. That's it. So Radharani, because she's always smiling, everyone loves her. Like that. We all love her, isn't it? Yeah, we all. Shrimati Radharani ki. it says she does 2 services which give Krishna the most pleasure. What are the 2 services? Cooking and dancing. Those 2 services give Krishna the most pleasure. And which one gives him the most out of the 2? The dancing. Yeah, the dancing is supreme. When she dances, Krishna is just captivated. No one dances like Radharani. Like that. She possesses all auspicious marks on her body. So on her lotus feet, there are different marks, auspicious marks, the elephant gold, all different marks like that. She can agitate Krishna by the flavor of her person, by her bodily aroma. Her aroma, I've heard it is like jasmine. That's what I've heard, like that. You know jasmine? Like out here we grow jasmine. Sometimes you'll come. It hasn't come out so much, I don't think, yet, but maybe in a couple of weeks you'll see it's intoxicating. If you come to the temple at Mangalati time, sometimes it's like intoxicating flavor. So her body is like that. And instead her breath is like camphor. So her bodily aroma intoxicates Krishna. She is expert in the art of singing. Sometimes the gopis say to her, like, she's the best veena player. She plays the veena. She plays the flute. Everything she does is expert. Sometimes the gopis say, where did you learn all this? And she says, I don't know. I was just born like this. I just know how to do everything. She doesn't even know how she knows how to do it, but she's the best. When she sings, it's like it captivates Krishna. She can speak very nicely and sweetly. She captures everyone by her nice speaking. She is expert in presenting feminine attractions, and she is learned in joking. Her and Krishna are always trying to outdo each other. Many, many pastimes where they're outdoing it. Radharani, sometimes she wins, sometimes Krishna wins. Right? Like one time Krishna knocks on her door. She says, who is that? He says, Madhava. Oh, springtime has come. No, it's me. Knocks again, right? And then he gives a different name. And whatever he says, she mixes it. So she's expert in joking. And Krishna is expert as well. Sometimes they... She is modest and gentle. She is always very merciful. Karuna Mai. Right? She is the most merciful person. She is transcendently cunning. She knows how to dress nicely. She is shy, she is respectful, she is patient, she is very grave. She is enjoyed by Krishna, and she is expert in enjoying life. She is always situated on the highest devotional platform, Mahabhav. Mahabhav means the highest platform of bhakti. I was reading the other day because in our Bhakti Sarvabhauma class we're teaching about Ratha Yatra. Ratha Yatra is the topmost pastime, right? So, where did this form of Jagannath come from? You know, we worship Lord Jagannath. Why does he look like this? So I was researching about this, and Gaur Govinda Swami, he explains that in Nidhivan, have you been to Nidhivan? In Vrindavan, it's just near Radha Raman temple, Nidhivan. So, there's one book by Rupa Goswami called Hamsadutta. Hamsadutta means when Lalita sends a swan to carry a message to Krishna in Mathura or Dwarka. So the swan flies there and gives the message. And because Radharani is on the level of Mahabhava, which is the topmost level, the final stage of Mahabhava is, it's like almost like the person dies. Right? They feel so much separation from Krishna, they become lifeless. So she's lying on the ground, and Lalita writes to Krishna and says, come now, come now. So when the swan gives the message, Krishna reads it, and Krishna gets on a chariot, and in one moment, the chariot goes to Vrindavan, Nidhivan. Krishna gets off the chariot, he walks her in. Where is Radharani? She's there, and when Krishna sees her, And he sees how much love she has for him, that she's become completely unconscious. She can't live without him. And he feels, why have I done this to her? And then Krishna, at that moment, he goes, turns into Jagannath. And then he faints. And then it says he's like a log floating in the ocean of Radharani's Mahabhav, prema, her love. And then Lalita goes to the ear of Radharani and she says, Krishna has come. Krishna has come. When she hears that, Radharani slowly wakes up and she looks and she sees Krishna. Vishaka goes to Krishna and says, Radhe, 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 Radhe. And then Krishna, he opens up, he looks, and then they see each other. This is their topmost, hard for us to understand the actual emotions which are going on here, but this is the highest level of love. So it says here, she is situated on the highest platform. She is the abode of love for the residents of Gokul. She can give shelter to all kinds of devotees. She is always affectionate to superiors and inferiors. She is always obliged by the dealings of her associates. She is the greatest among Krishna's girlfriends. She always keeps Krishna under her control. Shrimati Radharani ki. So these are her qualities. And we could speak easily for one more hour, but we're in the material world. If you go to the spiritual world, the classes go forever. They just speak Krishna guitar all day long. Any questions or comments? Bhakti sir. Bhadra Purnima. So now is the Bhadra Purnima campaign. We're trying to distribute as many Srimad Bhagavatams. We want one set of Srimad Bhagavatam in every house in Melbourne. How many houses are there in Melbourne? Too many. Okay, so our goal is to have 450 sets distributed, right? We've only done 300 so far, and how long do we have? 7th of September, so one more week. We've got one more week to distribute 150 more sets. So today, give Radharani's mercy. Find someone who needs a full set of Bhagavatam and give it to them. Please, we only have 150 sets to go to reach our target of 450 sets. Is that okay? Yeah. Any other questions?
In the past, it was mentioned about the control. So in the material world, we see the control differently. So what is that aspect? Like, what is that control aspect? In what sense we can understand? It must be loving control, but then if you can elaborate on that.
That Radharani controls Krishna and Krishna controls Radharani? Yeah. It means, even in this world, there are people who control you, right? Some people that you love so much, if they ask you to do something, you'll just do it because they just control you by their love. So it means like that. It's willing control. It's not unwilling. It's not where we come and say, you know, you have to do this service. It's not like that. Like, we want to serve Radha and Krishna. Why? Because they control us. Because we know they love us. So like that. Does it make sense? Yeah. Any other question? Yeah.
Prabhu, I've heard that once Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Goswami Maharaj told his disciples that these devotees, they're worshipping Radha Kund because Radha is dear to Krishna. But for us it's opposite. We worship Krishna because he's dear to Radha. Can you explain that statement?
It means it's, if you really want to make Krishna happy, right, worship Radharani. If you really want to make Radharani happy, worship Krishna. Like, what did we do a couple of weeks ago? We worshiped Krishna, Janmashtami. Radharani was very happy by all the devotion. And now today is her day, so we're worshipping her. And now Krishna is very happy. So it says if you go to Radha Kund and Shama Kund, if you bathe in Radha Kund, right, then you're pleasing Krishna. If you bathe in Shama Kund, you're pleasing Radharani. So the system is you take bath in Radha Kund, then you go to Shama Kund, and then you go back to Radha Kund, and you take bath like that. That's the system. Is okay?
If I can ask one more question. Like you mentioned it, and also I've heard this before, that that this Balaram or Nityananda is the
When you meditate on your guru, we meditate on the spiritual master being the representative of Nityananda Prabhu in Mayapur. And when we meditate on the guru in Vrindavan, we can meditate, he is the servant or assistant of Radharani's servants, like that. So both are there. What is the relationship between Balaram and Radharani? It is respect. It says on Govardhan Hill, when you go to Giriraj, you'll see when you take darshan of Giriraj, you'll see there are dark stones, many dark stones. That's where Krishna walks. And then there's golden stones. That's where Radharani walks. And sometimes you get like a white-coloured Govardhan Shila. That's where Balaram walks. Because where Krishna walks, Giriraj turns into sapphires. Where Radharani walks, Giriraj turns into gold. And where Balaram walks, Giriraj turns into diamonds. So what is the relationship between Balaram and Radharani is respect. If Balaram's walking and he sees the golden path, he goes a different way. Because he thinks Radharani is now going to be with Krishna. So he stays distant. And then, if Radharani sees the white stones, then she moves the different direction, because Balaram is with his gopis. So they have respect, they have love for each other. Is that okay? Like that. Any other questions? Is it what? Their relationship is different. It's not like our relationship. We can't put our foot on the chest of Krishna. We would never do that. Her relationship with him is different. He massages her feet all of the time. He's always massaging her feet, right? So their relationship is different. It's an intimate relationship. She's showing, because when you defeat someone and they're defeated, you put the foot on the chest. I have conquered this person. So when she puts the foot on the chest of Krishna, all the gopis go, Radhe, 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 Radhe. She is supreme. She's Vrindavaneshwari. So what they do and what we do are two different things. We just worship them. Like that. So. Is it okay? You want to ask more?
Just thinking, if any scripture that mentions this particular pastime.
Some of the pastimes are not written in scriptures, right? Some are passed down by Brijbasis. But I've heard this pastime told many times by Dinabandhu Prabhu and authoritative people. So, yeah, we take it authoritative. Not everything is in Shastra. Some things are coming down in what we call Braj law, or the tradition of Vrindavan. Oh, that's all. Okay. Any other question? Yeah.
There's a statement in the purport.
Yeah.
Activities of Lord Chaitanya are primarily in the role of the pleasure-giving portion of his internal potency.
Where is it?
This is second last paragraph, last
Yep.
sentence.
The activities of Lord Chaitanya are primarily in the role of the pleasure-giving portion of his internal potency. Yeah, so it just means that Lord Chaitanya took the duty and the pav of Srimati Radharani. Lord Chaitanya is Krishna, but with the complexion and the emotion of Radharani, experiencing Radha Bhav. So that's what it means.
In the role, the key word there is role.
The activities of Lord Chaitanya are primarily in the role of the, yeah, because he's playing the role. He's in Bhakta avatar. He's playing the mood of a devotee. He's not playing the mood of being the Supreme Lord or the enjoyer of Vrindavan. He's playing the role of Radharani, being the devotee. Like in the Gundicha Marjan pastime, like Lord Chaitanya is cleaning everything, like Radharani would before Krishna comes. So he's in the role of Radharani like that.
We heard the 25 followers of Srimati Radharani, and we hear she's characterized by these incomparable services that she renders to Krishna. We don't directly see that in Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. best dancer. We don't see that in Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
No, you do. You see, if you read the Rathayatra pastime, it says his dancing captivated everyone. Just the same. Krishna is known as Nataraj. Lord Chaitanya is known as Gaura Nataraj. Radharani is the best dancer. Like, what happens in the rasa dance, because the rasa dance is the highest pastime. So at the end, you know, when like we do kirtan, it gets to like the crescendo, like it gets to like the high point at the end. Everyone's like going more, and then everyone starts doing, you know, Nityananda, Gauranga, Nitya, you know, everyone just go more and more. So Radha and Krishna, at the end, the gopis come out in the middle and they do like solos, you know, like sometimes the devotees come out and they do spins, but the gopis come out and they go, and then come out like that, and then Vishaka comes out, and everyone's like, whoa. Then Lalita comes out, and everyone's, whoa. And then Radharani comes out, and she goes there, and she does this spin, and she puts her braid back, and her braid goes all the way down. Sometimes it's said to her feet, or, you know, down to the bottom of her back, like very long. So she leans back, and it comes down. Somehow she catches it on her feet, so she takes the shape of a bow, you know, like a bow, danva, like that. And then she spins like this. And everyone just goes, Radhi, 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 Radhi. And then Krishna sees that, and he says, okay. So he comes out, he does a solo, and then everyone's like, well. And then everyone thinks this could not go any higher. They look at each other, and then they come, and they do like the two of them do like a dance with each other. Like that, but much more, yeah, like that. Like that. But then, so they do this final, and everyone just could not believe. And it says even Krishna is amazed at what's going on. He looks up in the sky in the Vrindavan night, all the stars are there, and he thinks, I cannot even believe the beauty of this pastime. Rasa dance is so beautiful, even Krishna's incarnations come to watch it. You know, when you go on Govardhan Parakram, if you go to the very end of Govardhan Punchari, there's a temple of Nrsingadev. Have you seen? So that's there because just past that is where they do Rasa Lila. So Nrsingadev, he's there because he's watching. Imagine you're doing dancing, and then you look at the back of the temple in the back corner, and Nrsingadev is going. Imagine. Like everyone would be, whoa. But everyone's like dancing, and they look, and they say, oh, there's Nrsingadev, there's Ramachandra, there's Parashuram, there's Korma, there's Matsya, there's like, and the gopis just like, that's cool, and they just keep going. No one's like, oh wow, it's Nrsingadev. You know, they're just like, there's like, they look at it, wow, that's cool, and everyone keeps going like that. So that, yeah, Lord Chaitanya's dancing is captivating. Yeah, we can't imagine. And it says in Rathayatra, he was doing, you know, when you dance, you do like different mudras, like you do different, like that. So he was doing that to Jagannath, like in the mood of Radharani, saying, come. He was doing, you know, different, like that. It said it captivated the devotees. Like that. Like that. Any other questions? Yeah. 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 The question is, we worship Radha Krishna in the mood of Lakshmi Narayan, which is true, because we're on the level of Vaidhi Bhakti. So we have some mixture. We know it's Radha Krishna, the form is Radha Krishna, but we have some awe and reverence. So Lakshmi Narayana within, Prabhupada says we're, at the moment, on our level, Lakshmi Narayana are accepting the worship, because there's a lot of awe and reverence there. When we transcend that it will be direct reciprocation with Radha Krishna. And can we chant Radharani's name? I think the GBC, if we look at the Kirtan standards, we're only allowed to chant on this day, in Kirtan. I mean, you can chant any day. You can walk around saying Radhe, Radhe. You know, in your mind, you can do whatever you want. But on this day, in Kirtan, we can do some Radhe, Radhe. Radhe, Radhe. Radhe, Radhe. Radhe, Radhe. Radhe Radhe, Radhe Radhe, Radhe Radhe, Radhe Radhe, Radhe. Later. We'll do it later. We don't have time, otherwise we could do it. Any other questions?
Prabhu, as you mentioned, that two of the things that Krishna appreciates most from Radharani is dancing, and second is cooking. On Janmashtami, we cook so many things for Krishna. Why aren't we allowed to do the same thing on Radhastami?
We can, there's no rule.
Is there a rule?
Uh,
Been asked that we cannot cook anything more than what we cook on standard Rajbhog.
in your home and in your heart, maybe in the temple, there might be reasons behind this. Like, I don't know what the reasoning is, but there must be a reason. If the authorities are saying there must be a reason, they don't just say things whimsically.
You are an authority, so please can you find out and let us know.
Or you can do the...
The executive members. So
Yeah.
please, can you find out why we can't do it?
I could.
I have been cooking for the last 25 years.
Yeah.
I have been cooking.
This is discussion outside of the class. But yeah, I can't give you the exact... No, wait. Please wait, because I have the seat. We'll discuss this outside, if that's okay.
Please, if you can find out.
I could find out, yeah. We could do it like that, so. Someone else? Yeah. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, does he know he is Krishna? There's two, in Krishna's pastimes, he is Savagya and Mokdatta. Savagya means he knows everything. Mokdatta means he forgets. So even when in Krishna's pastimes, when the cowherd boys ran into the mouth of Aghasura, and Krishna, it says in Krishna book, in Bhagavatam, what happened? Right? Krishna said, oh no, my friends just ran into the mouth of a snake. Like, oh. And then it said Yogamaya lifted, and then he said, oh, that's okay, I'm Krishna. I can take care of this. So then he took care of it. So in all the pastimes, sometimes Krishna forgets, sometimes he remembers. Up to what Yogamaya wants to do to make his pastime the topmost experience. So with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, it's like that also, right? It is the mood of, he can remember he is Krishna. Sometimes he does remember it in the pastime. Like there's one pastime at Srivasangam, Mahaprakash, 21 hours. He sits on the throne of the Lord and he says, worship me. Lord Chaitanya said, worship me. And everyone worships him for 21 hours non-stop. But then other times, you see in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, someone calls him Krishna, and he covers his ears. He says, Vishnu, 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 I am not the Supreme Lord. So it depends on his mood and his desire, whatever the desire is for him to enjoy, like that. So, is okay? Yeah. Yeah.
So I was just asking, because we have so much. Sorry, you mentioned we have Preeti, this lust. Sorry, we have so much lust. So how could we serve Radharani? When it comes to serving Radharani, that lust or that thing come in between. For example, we were doing some small Vishek today. So my wife was busy in something, and it was turned to give bath to Radharani to dress, and I was not able to touch her, and I asked her to leave everything and come. So how can we serve Radharani when we are in lust?
Yeah, we have lust in our heart, so we follow the process of Vaiti Sadhana Bhakti. Vaiti Sadhana means you follow the rules and the regulations, right? And Lakshmi Narayana are accepting our worship, and gradually we become purified. Like we're somewhere in between worshipping Lakshmi Narayana and Radha Krishna. When we meditate on Radha Krishna. But because there's still some lust in our consciousness, we cannot fully worship them at this Radha Krishna at this point in time. So it's some mixture at this point. So just keep doing your service, keep praying to your Guru Maharaj, and gradually you'll come up to the level where one day we can be the assistant of our Guru in serving Radha and Krishna directly. Is that okay? Any other question?
What should be the specific prayer to Srimati Radharani?
Today? Like we have the mood that, like Prabhupada said when we read in the beginning, like we offer one flower to Radharani. Prabhupada said, even if you are a foolish rascal, so we should be in that mood. You know, who am I? I am patita. What does patita mean? I'm fallen. Huh? When someone asks you, what are you? You say, I am patita, I am fallen. So today you'd go before Radharani and say, Radharani, I am fallen rascal. But Prabhupada says, if I offer the flower to you, then maybe you will give that to Krishna. So have something like that, a little bit humble. It's good for devotees to be humble. Just like at the moment we have a little bit of tension in our community. Is it a little bit of tension? Is there? If the tension's there, that can all be reconciled if we all become humble. And sometimes devotees say, well, I'll wait for that devotee to become humble first. That's not the definition of humility. That means you're proud. That means you're proud. And you don't please your guru when you're proud. Understand the point. So just get in that mood of being patita. Like that. And then you can pray to Radharani whatever you want to pray. Right? I'm just going to pray to Radharani today. It's not very good. This is not very good. I'm sorry. I'm doing my best. But I know it's not very good, but please help. Like that. Just pray something like that. It's okay. Any other question? Okay, so the program starts in Parkville at 11 o'clock sharp. It will start at 11 o'clock. It's not going to be Hare Krishna time today. It's going to be Hare Krishna time today. So it's actually going to start. So we've got 1 hour to get there. We've been told not to go through the city because there's some protests and things. Just go around the Balti Bridge, just go around. It won't take long. But leave now because we need to be there. We need to be there because when we get there at 11, the worship will begin and we want to be there to worship Radharani. Okay? Srimati Radharani ki. Jai. Melba Mahaprabhu Mandir ki. Jai. Going back home, back to Godhead ki. Nitai Go Premanande. Jai Jai Shri Radhe. Jai Jai Shri Radhe. Jai Jai Shri Radhe. Sham. Please come again. Hare Krishna.